Here's my audience for today. Farming techniques. Do you know what is best for your animal? Should a sow be able to build a nest before giving birth? Should ducks have clean water to swim in? Should chickens be able to forage, dust bathe, or spread their wings? If you live on a high welfare farm, you are well aware of these types of requirements. Are you concerned with the hunger that is raging not only in the United States, but also around the world? Are you focused on how we can find the best ways to produce the highest quantities of food product to benefit the United States? And are you interested in paying less at your grocery store? If you live on an industrial farm, you are well aware of these types of requirements. Is high welfare farming or industrial farming better? I've done ample amount of research to be able to speak credibly about this subject. So let's educate ourselves on the benefits of high welfare farming or industrial farming to see if one technique outweighs the other as better. Welfare farming addresses the needs of the animal first at all times. According to the Animal Welfare Institute, high welfare farming grants the animal a life free of stress and pain by allowing them to range freely and exhibit natural behaviors. Natural behaviors include ranging, rooting, foraging, or grooming oneself or each other. By allowing the animal to roam freely, this grants them the freedom to form natural family groups or hierarchies. And although animals are encouraged to roam freely, they are still offered protection from extreme temperatures, thirst, hunger, and fear. Having access to water, fresh air, appropriate feed, and a stress-free environment definitely addresses the needs of the animals first. Another benefit of welfare farming is the promotion of the enhancement of natural immunity and health rather than treating disease. Welfare farmers do not use antibiotics, only use antibiotics to treat sick animals, and avoid using unnatural medicines to promote growth. Finally, to consider your farm a high welfare farm, you must be approved by the Animal Welfare Approved Program, which actually audits family farmers. Once approved, you receive a certificate. This certificate allows you to display the Animal Welfare Approved label on your products at your local grocery store. You can look for this label on dairy products, egg, and meat products. These benefits fit the philosophy for welfare farming, a philosophy of respect, which grants the animals the environment, housing, and diet needed to enhance essential, instinctive, natural behaviors. Welfare farmers believe this promotes the physiological and psychological health and well-being of the animals. Now you've heard the good points to welfare farming. How could there possibly be any positives to industrial farming? Well, let's take a look. Industrial farming focuses on how we can find the most efficient way to produce the highest quantities of food products to benefit the United States. Hunger is a raging issue not only in the United States, but also around the world. The popular saying, "Feed the nine," exemplifies this. Through higher, more efficient production and better use of our resources, we can, as a country, begin to feed the nine. And if we can find the best ways to produce the highest quantities of food products, we could begin to combat hunger. For example, through industrial farming, dairy cows now produce 12 times the amount of milk they have in the past. Chickens are now fully mature and ready for market in 6 to 7 weeks, and we have learned better ways to raise cattle to produce larger and more palatable quantities of meat, making the most of our dollar. These improvements have been made possible through biotechnology and genetic selection, which has put us one step closer to feeding the nine. Along with producing food in the most efficient way, a reduction of cost occurs. The more products we produce, the less it'll cost on the shelf at your local grocery store, a basic law of supply and demand. And this also allows us extra money to spend on other goods, thus improving the economy. And although there is controversy over gestation crates, there's actually several positive attributes associated with the crates. There is an individual housing for each sow in these crates. This is a positive benefit because if all the sows are together, they tend to be very aggressive and kill one another. Farrowing crates also offer benefits for both the sow and the offspring. There's an area in the crate for each sow, and in the middle would be the offspring. This is beneficial so that the sow does not accidentally step or lay on the offspring, resulting in injury or death of the piglet. And farrowing crates also offer another benefit as the waste is allowed to fall through the openings in the floor, thus increasing sanitation and health conditions of both the swine. Industrial farming also allows protection for both the animal and the farmer. By being inside, there is protection from all weather, predators, and parasites. And the farmer is able to observe the animal more closely, being able to visibly see their levels of feed and predict their needs. With the higher quality of assistance, industrial farmers believe this raises animal productivity, performance, and health. And do we truly know how animals feel? According to Dr. Stan Curtis, farming decisions cannot be based on human feelings. We only think of how we would feel in the crate, not how the pig feels, because we don't know how the pig would feel. So which farming technique has more positives and which technique has the least amount of negatives? Should pigs be able to roam as they please and form families of their choice? Or should we use animal selection to gain the best production and best performance possible to feed a hungry world? After looking into both methods, it seems there are positives to both industrial farming and high welfare farming. The strong debate will continue as it seems we have no clear answer to which technique is truly best. But we all must agree that in some way, shape, or form, the farmer must provide for the nine. Here's my audience again.